Good morning and welcome to my Crafting the Bifrost series. So for the first episode, we are going to make 77 Mystic Clovers. And you do that by throwing things into the Mystic Forge, namely globs of ectoplasm, Mystic Crystals or Philosopher's Stones, obsidian shards, and what's the fourth thing? Mystic Coins. So we need 77 of these in total, and it's a bit of a random drop. And this is the first time I've ever made a Mystic Clover, since this is my first legendary. So we will see how it goes and see how lucky I get.
Now this is a
Vicious Fangs. Alright, that's not bad. You can get a lot of different types of items from this recipe. And it's best to do it... Let's see, we want these things. Best to do it with the this recipe with the Mystic Crystals so that you can do it in groups of 10. Vicious Claws, not bad. It's a tier 6. Do the other recipe, then you just do it. You only get one crystal at a time. Cost-wise, it's the exact same either way. But there we go, our first 10 Mystic Clovers. But I figure I'll get to 70 this way, and then I'll work up from there. You can also get these things from,
I hope you're here to
what are
help.
they called? Those chests you get for the monthly reward.
what?
All clear.
Guess I don't have any on me right now. But, yeah, the ones you get from the daily login reward every 28 days. One of the choices is legendary crafting materials, and it includes some clovers. It's actually not a very good ratio, though. So I would choose a different prize. Gossamer. At least we can probably sell that. The amount of components I have here should be enough to get the ones I want. Besides, I might need to buy more Mystic Crystals, but if I need more than the ones I have there, then I ran into some pretty bad luck. The cool thing here is that you also get a decent amount of, whoops, can't use that stack. A decent amount of tier 6 materials, which is good because we're going to need those later on as well. 250 of each specifically. Just Claws. I like their commentary about the Mystic Forge.
Armed to the teeth with vials of blood and bottles of Alonian wine.
There we go. Honestly, for the amount of I need to get more of those. Well, I can throw in this one for now. For the amount of ectos you put in here, it's probably not the worst deal ever to get mats this way. It does cost you some karma for the obsidian shards or laurels or fractal relics if you go that route. And obviously it costs you some, what do you call these things, spirit shards for the philosopher's stones and mystic crystals. We're gonna buy some mystic crystals. Unfortunately there's a confirmation dialogue every time. I don't know if that's, if you can turn that off or if you just have to leave that there, but we'll just click through it, buy some more of these, and then get back to it. Yeah, hopefully I don't run out of materials, because if I do, I'll have to clip this and come back and finish it some other time, depending on which material it is. This is all the obsidian shards I currently have on me. And the best way to get those is to wait for the Temple of Balthazar to open up. Putrid Essence, Joy. Since I have a lot of karma, I'm probably going to go that method. I'd rather spend that than have to spend my laurels or my fractal relics, which can be used for other useful things. Alright, come on now. Getting some interesting things, but crystalline dust, we can use that later. But at this rate, I am starting to get worried. We're going to run out of obsidian shards. Globs of Ecto, okay. Can live with that. More bolts of gossamer. At least we can sell this off too, because we'll need gold for a lot of the items we'll end up buying. I'm not going to just buy the legend. I'm actually going to try to do the mastery path for it, because I feel like that would feel more rewarding. There we go, our second 10 clovers. Even though I think price-wise it comes out pretty close. Doing it, you know, crafting your precursor is almost as expensive as just outright buying it. But it's more fun, so we'll do it that way. Because yay fun. Alright, so let's just buy a ton of these, because we're probably going to need a ton. And even if I don't end up spending them all on this, I'm sure there are other recipes I will eventually be able to use them on. So, I'm not sure how many we have right now. I'm going to keep going until I have 1540, let's say. These shards left. There we go. Not sure how you get these nowadays. I think just by leveling up with level 80 character. I think. Don't quote me on that. That used to be how you got them, because they used to be skill points. And you could also get them with those scrolls you got from exotic chests when they were like Scarlet Invasions and all. And I stored up a ton of those things, which is why they all got converted into those. Actually, it just occurred to me, I'm wondering if I should have opened up all my Tequatl chests before Mr. Crystal's back. Before the Heart of Thorns expansion. I was waiting until afterwards in case they added some kind of new reward. Wow, we are getting fairly unlucky with these, I think, but it happens. It's not the first time I've heard of somebody getting unlucky with Mystic Clovers. Oops. But they might have actually had the scrolls in a lot of those chests, so I might have had more of these spirit shards if I had opened them before the patch and not afterwards, but that's okay. You live and learn. And I actually have videos of me opening all those if you want to see them up on my channel, or if I don't, I soon will. I will likely post those first, depending on when I get to this. Okay, we're up to 30 now, right? I think it's 30. Yep. I believe Mystic Clovers are still the only legendary crafting material. Well, Obsidian shards are ascended, or are they legendary? I guess they're probably legendary too. Yeah, they are. Purple, right. So this is the only two that I can think of. Because I guess when this came out, Ascended wasn't even a tier yet. Ancient wood planks. Looks like I'm going to need to buy more obsidian shards before we finish this part of the quest, so that kind of sucks. On average, you need, oh, there we go, about 250 obsidian shards, and I had like 320-ish, I think, going into this. So I thought it would be enough to account for some randomness, but apparently I've gotten a little unlucky here. Oh, there you go. Powerful blood. Can use that. We are down to our last couple tries. Unless we get really, really lucky. I'll splice the video. Let me combine those obsidian shards so we can get 2 more tries out of this. Okay. Oh. Need to buy about 15 more of those spirit shards from Miyani. Alright. Should be enough. Elaborate totems. One of the reasons I wanted to do this first is so I knew how many of the other tier 6 materials I had to acquire. I'm actually pretty close on some of them to the 250 you need. Alright, last try for now. Venom Sacs. So, I mean, honestly, if you compare like the price of 10 globs of Ecto versus 27 of a tier 6 material, it's probably actually fairly profitable. But of course it costs you the obsidian shards for the karma. Alright, so I will wait until I can find Balthazar being open again, and then I will buy a ton more of these, because we're going to need a lot of these in this whole crafting process. And we'll make the last 37 Mystic Clovers we need, so be right back. So it turns out I actually got really lucky. I ported right to the temple just to check if, on a whim, it was open at 7:21 in the morning. So I guess that means somebody actually cleared this at 7 o'clock in the morning. But it is a mega server now, so it could be like somebody in Europe, or yeah, I guess it'd be a more reasonable time there, early afternoon. Either way, I'm not complaining. So here are the obsidian shards, same ratio, but you can buy them in groups of 10 if you want. I have a lot of karma from opening those Tequatl chests in my other videos, so I'm just going to go through and buy a crap ton of these. We need, I believe it's 250 for a later portion, plus however many it takes us to get the Mystic Clovers. And I don't know if you need any of this for the precursor crafting. I don't think so, but I haven't really looked into it too deeply. And I know you use these for other things as well. I think the vision crystals for the ascended crafting. I know you use them somehow in ascended crafting. I just did some ascended crafting the other day, and I don't remember using these. Probably because maybe I did. Probably because I already had the crystals ready though. So let's see what we're up to. As you can see, this definitely costs a lot of karma. But if you don't have a lot of karma, you can either farm karma. Okay, there's 250. Do I have another stack of these somewhere? Yeah, I do. Alright, let's get 2 full stacks. You can also buy them with fractal relics if you like doing fractals. Or you could buy them with laurels if you just have a lot of daily log and rewards saved up. And because I haven't been playing this game for the last couple of months, except for logging in for the daily rewards, I actually have a decent amount of laurels as well. Some of which I spent on more ascended trinkets. But yeah, I still have 450 of those left. In case you're wondering why I have duplicates of some of the ascended trinkets, I'm making 2 sets, one for raiding and one for fractals. Because now they have, alright, this should be good. Now they have those stupid +7 versatile infusions, which you pretty much need to get to 150 agony resistance. So I'm going to make 2 sets of gear, because if you want to have the maximum possible stats, like for raiding, then you want to have the mighty infusions or whatever equivalent, the precise infusions.
May the Six watch over you.
Which is only 5 stats, so it's not really a huge deal to probably 99.9% of people, but I'm one of those people that like has to be the very best a character can possibly be, so that's why I have 2 different sets, one for fractals, one for raids. Not that I'll necessarily be doing much of either in the near future, but we'll see. Okay, anyway, I might need to pull some more ectos out of my bank as well. And buy some more mystic coins. These things used to be so cheap too, they were like less than a silver a piece. Hidden treasure, oh joy. I think I clicked the wrong one anyway. Oh, yep, because we don't have any more of those crystals, that's why. Derp. But, because I guess it was the daily login reward that changed them and made them more expensive. Alright, so let's click through this. And we'll go down to, let's say, 1450 for now. I'm glad I saved up all these resources, because we are burning through quite a lot of them, and I've been doing that quite a bit in the last couple days, and as I'm working on those 2 sets of gear I talked about, I'm going to be burning through a lot more gold and possibly more laurels, so. But I'm kind of at the point now where I had a huge list of things I wanted to do in this game, and I completed most of it before I stopped playing it, like hardcore. But now that I'm back, I'd like to make a legendary, because I've always wanted to make a legendary. And then I'm going to make those sets of armor I mentioned before. Alright, there we go. And that's pretty much all that's left on my to-do list, so. Fangs. So once that's done, I won't really have anything to spend resources on anyway, so I might as well spend it, because yeah, there we go. What's the point of having it if you're not going to spend it? Yeah, we're getting low on ectoplasms. I think I have some more up. There we go. What are we up to? 50 now? Or 60? 60, okay. Not too bad. Yeah, I think I have more ectos in my bank, so we'll see in a second. Alright, crystalline dust. So let's head to the bank over here.
Seek, and you shall find.
And alright. Ectos. No, okay. I have some stored in a different character.
Stars guide you.
And I'm out of mystic coins practically as well. So alright. So I will be right back. Alright, so we're back in business. Hopefully we have enough materials now to get our last, what is it, 17? Yeah, 17 Mystic Clovers. I'm going to put those over there. Alright. I had to buy more of these at the trading post for like 13 silver a piece, which is really obnoxious. I wonder if these are actually going up in price because people are trying to make the new legendaries. I know a lot of materials in general have really gone up just because of the guild hall crafting. Hey, there we go. And the, so now we're going to start with the other recipe. Need 7 more. And everything else that people are crafting with Heart of Thorns and the renewed interest in the game. But, yeah, I guess I should have bought a lot of this stuff before the patch hit again. wasn't that insightful and wasn't really thinking about this game that much at the time,
Maybe you could show me some moves.
especially with the SWTOR expansion coming out at the same time. Vicious Claws. As you can see, this is basically the same recipe as the other one, just everything is cut down by a tenth. Right, Mystic Coin, Obsidian Shard, 3 bolts of Gossamer. I wonder how it works, like rounding wise. Like, does it round or does it just like truncate things? Like, if I normally would get 27, does it give me 2 or would it give me 3 with this lesser recipe? I wonder if for that reason it might be more profitable. Oh, there we go. 6 more to go. Might be more profitable to use the other recipe. Does it take... How many of those does it take? 5? 6, okay.
May the six
Oh, there we
watch
go.
over you.
I actually might have to buy some more of them. I thought we might have enough. At 9, 19.
Quite a reward.
And you only need one of those anyway. Okay, so let's buy some more of those things from Miyani.
We must all fight.
Philosopher Stones. And those come in groups of 10 per 1 spirit shard. So like I said, it actually breaks down to the same ratio when you do the math. Alright, let's see if that's
That
enough.
is all.
Almost there. Alright, Philosopher Stone, Mystic Coins, Obsidian Shard, and Ectos.
Now this is a find.
Yay, okay, so we need 4 more? Yep, 4 more. Calcum. Powerful Venom Sacs. Come on. There we go. 3 more.
I hope you're here to help.
Now this
As
is
you
a
can see, I was trying to
find.
promote some Powerful Blood too, because it seems to be a lot cheaper to do it that way than it is to buy the Powerful Blood outright, since it's so expensive right now. Even the Potent Blood is like double what it was a month ago, though. It really took a dive before the expansion and then shot back up again. Yeah, as long as promoting it, you get an average of 6 or more, you at least break even. And the average tends to be between 7 and 8, so... alright, we still need 2 more.
Quite a reward.
Elaborate Totems. These aren't bad, like,
I've watched visitors throw a
you know,
wide
other
assortment of
rewards you get,
items into those swirling mists.
even if you
One
don't get the
Asura
Clovers
in
you want.
particular must have tossed in over 24 exotic weapons. It made me realize that Zamaros has probably collected an impressive
Be a cool
arsenal.
expansion if Zamaros
Somewhere in
and the Jinn decide to like invade one day with all the exotic weapons you've thrown into the forge. They really should do something like that. Another hidden treasure. It's like the worst prize you can get out of this recipe. The what do they call that? The Zoink from Let's Make a Deal. You ever saw that game show? It was an old one back in the day. I think they still show it on like Game Show Network from time to time. Been a while since I've watched game shows.
Quite a reward.
Come on. Last 2 are gonna drive me nuts. Bones. See, it's funny. In this game, I tend to be on the unlucky side of things, and in SWTOR, I usually tend to be on the lucky side of things, whether it's like gear rolls or oh, wrong one, or reverse engineering things, or even hypercrate openings. But in this game, like I've been playing forever, I haven't had a single precursor drop yet. Let's see. As you can tell, it's early in the morning, so I'm not entirely with it. Come on. But yeah, we've gone through. I don't want to count how many obsidian shards we've gone through, but like I said, the average is 250. We've probably gone through closer to 400 at this point. It certainly feels like it at any rate.
Rare and valuable.
But I'm okay with the fact that we're getting a lot of these nice tier 6s, because it means I won't have to buy them. And if I actually have more than 250, I might even to be able to sell some of them to get back some of the gold I'm spending on lots of other different things. Did it again.
Now this is
Oh,
a
there you go.
find.
There's actually a cool program online you can run to, oops. And it'll tell you what all the materials in your bank are worth at current trading post prices. And I ran it this morning out of curiosity, and it was over 1,000 gold, which makes me happy. Although a significant portion of those are going to be spent making this legendary, which is kind of one of the reasons I want to start doing it now. And as I get the items, I'm going to kind of store them on a separate character, just so I don't actually touch them, or accidentally touch them, or use them for something else. And that way I can kind of easily keep track. I have a cool flowchart I drew in my sketchbook, all the stuff we need. Wow, we are having horrible luck with these last 2 clovers. I do like the new Lion's Arcs music, though. Sounds suitably epic. Alright, Miani. Need more of these mystic crystals. We'll go down to 1,400 here. Yeah, I'm glad I have these spirit shards, otherwise I'd feel really bad about spending this money. I'm a hoarder by nature. I like holding on to things because you never know when you might need them. Which is why I've really been hesitant to spend all this gold I've been trying to accumulate the last year or two. But, like I said, what's the point? Did I buy spirit crystals by accident? I don't see any philosopher's stones. I probably did. Well, let's use this one first. No, we can't. That's just one. Alright.
We do the
I
best
suppose I'll
can.
use those someday for something. Yeah, I want these. Whoops. Alright, let's just buy 100 of those or so. And see what that does. Calcum. Hopefully that still sells pretty well. I'm not sure if it does though, because I don't know how many people are making ascended weapons these days. Since they're kind of, I don't want to say they're easy to get, but there's a lot of different avenues you can get them from. Besides actually taking the time to craft them. They drop from fractals and World v World into Quaddle. Getting weapons chests aren't that difficult. And you only need, well, I guess, depending on what class you play, you might need a lot. As an Ellie, I only need a very few. But if you're playing a warrior or something, especially if you're one of those people who has lots of ults, you might want to have different ascended weapons and maybe even different stack combinations too if you're trying to make a condition builds and tanky build. Lots of claws. Fangs. I really should just order these in my inventory so that they're easier to find. Hey, Mystic Clover. Alright, one more to go. We can do this. Watch us be here like all day trying to get this last one, but even I can't have that bad of luck. Hey, there we go. And then they come back to back. Alright, so that worked out. And there we are, 77 Mystic Clovers. That is the first of many ingredients. I'm going to check that off my list, and when we come back, we will work on some others. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.